Hey guys, Philip here at Freedom Kia, exit 125, Saltwell Road in beautiful Bridgeport, West Virginia. Today I am super excited. I have done my research and I found all the information that I possibly could find on the brand new, all new, first ever 2020 Kia Telluride. I'm very excited about this vehicle. This is going to be the biggest SUV Kia has ever made. So let's dive right in, because if I don't, I'm going to talk your ear off for the rest of the day. So let's get into this so we can get all the information so you can understand what this vehicle is about and what you can get out of it. So let's start with the powertrain. There's only going to be one powertrain option available, and it's going to be a 3.8 liter V6 that is running on the Atkinson cycle. That engine is going to be mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. That 8-speed automatic is also going to aid in the fuel economy because it's going to keep those RPMs as low as possible there to give you the best fuel. So that transmission engine combination is going to be going to two different drivetrains. You can either get the Telluride in front-wheel drive, or you can get the optional Dynamax all-wheel drive with the locking center differential. And what that will do is you can, at low speeds, about 20 miles an hour below, you can lock the center differential and it sends 50-50 power to the front and to the rear. Just like a four-wheel drive low system, but in an all-wheel drive. It's very, very good. Kia has done that for a long time, and they've been really successful at that, and they're going to leave that with this one as well, which is very, very good. Now, horsepower and torque numbers on this this engine here. It's going to be 291 horsepower and then 262 pound-feet of torque. Very good horsepower and torque numbers for this segment. This segment is really aimed towards space, fuel economy, and just overall comfort there. And Kia has done a very good job with that. Like I told you, fuel economy is going to be great because of the Atkinson cycle and the 8-speed, and then the power is going to be good as well because of the 291 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque. Now we're going to get into the space there in just a second, but that's the powertrain options there. Now, let's dive into some more of this stuff here. Give me a second. I'm going to flip this over, and I'll be right back so we can look at some more stuff. All right, guys, welcome back. So, on the 2020 Kia Telluride, there's going to be 4 distinct trim levels. Starting out at the base there, LX is going to be the base trim. S is going to be the trim level above that. Then you got the EX and then the SX as the top trim level. Now, there's 2 optional equipment packages on these trims. I do not know what the EX trim level package is going to be called quite yet. I do know the SX is going to be called the Prestige package, and that's going to be everything, every option that Kia gives you, you're going to get that in the Prestige package there. But the EX package, I do not know what it's going to be called quite yet, but I do know there's going to be a package there that's going to add the heated steering wheel and a rear suspension leveling kit there, like the SX is going to have as well there. So pretty interesting stuff there. 2 packages, 4 trim levels there to go over. So let's go into the LX and the EX and the S and the SX here just real quickly. I don't want to make this video too long. So on the LX and the EX, Kia's calling this grade line the convenience grade line. There's 2 of them. There's called the convenience, and then there's the design line. There's 2 distinct ways that they're trying to design. Kia for a long time has been known for value, for their warranty, and for their quality there. And now they're trying to get known for their design, okay? If you've seen the Stinger, that is amazing sports car, and if you've seen the new Forte, it looks great as well. And all their new designs are really looking great, and I really appreciate that from Kia. So let's get into this real quick. The convenience line is going to be the LX and the EX. This is going to be the line that if you want the most value, the most bang for your buck, and the most economical car, this is the one for you. So the LX and the EX is going to get 18-inch wheels for that economical side. If you go to the 20-inch, they're bigger, they're heavier, they're less fuel economy. That's just how it is, okay? So 18-inch wheels on the LX and the EX there, standard, which is nice. Now, S and the SX is the design line. That's going to give you 20-inch wheels on both of those trim levels there. The 20-inch wheel on the SX is actually black painted, which is pretty cool. Those are going to be the ones that are the most standout cars right there. They're going to be the ones that people look at and like, wow, that's a new Kia. That's great stuff, okay? The LX and the EX are going to look great as well, but these are going to be the ones that really stand out there, guys, which is pretty nice. Now, on every 2020 Kia Telluride, you're going to have either leatherette or leather. There is no cloth seating on any of these options at all this year, which is pretty interesting there. So leatherette is on the LX, S is going to have the leatherette as well, and then EX and SX is going to have the leather. All right, so that's pretty cool stuff there. Leatherette is very easy to clean. It's like a vinyl that feels like a leather almost. It's very interesting. It is super easy to clean. They call it Sofina leatherette, which is pretty cool. And that we have that on our Forte right now, and it is great. And then the leather, of course, everybody knows leather. It's easy to clean up. So I like what they're doing here because this is a family car. Kids are going to be in this car, and it's nice to have a leatherette that's going to be easy to clean there, guys. 8-passenger seating is going to be on the LX and the EX there. And then interesting, you're going to have 7 passengers on the S and the SX. And what that is there's going to be 3 seats in the rear row there, 2 captain's chairs, and then 2 up front. So that's how you get the 7 for the S. The LX and EX are going to have 3, 3, 2. So 2 benches in the back there, and then the 2 seats up in the front there for the people up front. Pretty cool there, okay? There is an option for tri-zone climate control. That's on the EX and the SX. Those come standard with that, and that's one climate zone for the rear passengers, and then dual zone for the front there. Now on the S and the LX, you have a manual AC control for the front, so that's one zone, and then the rear there's a second dual zone there. So there's 2 air conditioning zones in the LX and the S. EX, you have the tri-zone, which is pretty cool there, guys. Let's keep on going down. Let's talk a little bit about the headlight design. So headlights, LX, ES, and EX there. Sorry, I'm starting that a little bit, guys. LX, S, EX. You're going to have projector headlights on those 3 models. SX, you're going to have LED projectors. So these are going to have the halogen bulbs. The SX is going to have the LEDs, which is pretty cool. Fog lights, interestingly enough, I've only found an option for an LED fog light on one trim, and that's the SX. I feel that might be the case. Fog lights are going away, guys. Fog lights are for the big trucks. All these headlight designs are so good anymore that you really don't need fog lights. And if you really want them, just get the SX, guys. Okay. Chrome's going to be on the front of most of these models there, which is pretty nice there. Twin exhaust tips. You're going to have S, EX, SX. There's your twin exhaust tips. LX is going to have the 1-port exhaust, which is very good as well. All the good safety features here. Let's go over those safety features. Blind spot monitoring, lane keeping assist, forward collision warning, adaptive cruise control, all are going to be standard on every single model. So every single model is going to have those safety features, which is nice. You also, on every single model, are going to have push button start. So if you've ever used push button start, you just put your foot on the brake, push the button, you have the key in your pocketbook, wherever you need the key there, you can start the car, which is nice. And that's standard across every car. That also gets the intelligent access, so you can unlock the car with the key in your pocket and not have to take the key out of your pocket there, guys. Power seat. A lot of people want power seats here. If you want a power seat, you have to go to the S trim level there. S and above is power seats here. You have an 8-way power seat on the S and the EX trim level. And then on the SX, you have a 10-way power seat. All 3 of these have 2-way lumbar support as well. On the EX and SX, you also have an 8-way power passenger seat. So if you want a passenger seat that's powered, EX and SX is the way to go there, guys. An armrest in the second row there. I'm pretty sure that's optional on the SX there with the Prestige package. There's also a few good features. I'm going to turn my page over here, guys. There's going to be 4 different drive mode selects. You got Comfort, Eco, Sport, Smart. Comfort's going to be the softest, most luxurious ride that there is. It's just going to be, the transmission engines are going to be very quiet. It's going to be very easy to drive. It's not going to kind of sit you back in your seat and like that. It's just going to be like a soft, comfortable drive. Eco is going to make that transmission shift quicker. It's going to give you the lowest RPMs, give you the best fuel economy. Sport's going to do the complete opposite. It's going to hold those gears, give you most power. And then Smart's something pretty interesting. They've come out with it about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I started with the Cadenza, then went to the Stinger and the Sorento and that kind of good stuff. And what Smart does is it knows how you drive. So it adapts to how you drive, and then if you are an aggressive driver, well, it's going to be an aggressive setting, just like I say, a sport. If you're a very laid back, chill driver, it's going to be a comfort or an eco selector there, guys. Blind spots, view monitoring, and that's going to be something new for Kia. And what that does is it uses the cameras on the two sides of the vehicles, and it projects a live feed on your instrument cluster there on the SX, so that you can see if there's a car in your blind spot there. The other trim levels are going to have that blind spot monitoring, which is going to have a little yellow car on the side there that tells you, hey, there's someone in your blind spot. Like I told you, lane keeping assist, lane following assist, lane departure warning, all standard. There's also a new thing called highway drive assist, and that's on the S and the SX. And what that's going to do is it has a radar that knows what the speed limit is in that where you're driving, and it's going to give you that speed limit. So if you're set on the cruise control and you're driving, it knows that, hey, it went from 65 to 55, and it's going to slow your vehicle down, which is pretty cool. These cars are starting to really kind of drive themselves, which is the future there, guys. Leather wrap steering wheel is standard there. Like I told you, leatherette standard, leather is there. You also have standard one push enter and exit from the second row to the third row there to get out of the third row or to get into the third row. That's very nice. Reclining third row seats is standard. You have the roof climate controlled with the diffuse vents standard. We were just talking about that, guys. I'm just making sure I got everything here for you. Interestingly enough, on the EX and the SX, I was talking about that package a little while ago. The EX has a package that you can add rear leveling suspension. And what that's going to do is when you are towing, this vehicle tows 5,000 pounds. When you are towing, it's going to level out that load so that you're not sitting way back in the vehicle there from, say, putting the load on. So that's available in the EX and the SX when you get that towing package there. Power liftgate is going to be on the EX and the SX, and that is hands-free. If you have the key in your pocket, you walk up to the vehicle, you stand there for 3 seconds, it will beep, 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 and then come on up there, guys, which is pretty cool. The last two things I want to talk about is heads-up display that is on the SX with the Prestige package. You can get the heads-up display. And then there's two new pretty cool convenience features inside the vehicle. One is called Driver Talk. And what that does is if there's someone back in the two rows there and it's hard to hear, they're playing on their music, they're arguing, they're fighting, whatever they're doing back there, you can press this button and it will project your voice through the intercom system back to them so they can hear you. That's pretty cool. Then the other one is called quiet mode, and what that will do is if your family is sleeping, you're on a road trip, you're driving, family's sleeping, but you want to listen to your music like I do, you turn that on and that will have all the speakers shut off from the second row back, and just your front row will have the speakers on, which is pretty cool there, guys. I'm super excited, super pumped about the new Telluride. It's going to be a great selling vehicle for Kia. It's going to have a lot of people really kind of buzzing for the Kia. And I think that's a great thing for this brand here. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email address is paul.phillip7@me.com. Again, that's paul.phillip7@me.com. Or you can call me here at the dealership currently, 304-566-7830, and ask for Phillip. Again, that's 304-566-7830. It's probably best just to email me. Let me say that one more time, paul.phillip7@me.com, guys. Send me any questions, anything. You can also send a message or put a message down here in the comment section on this video. Email me, message me, do whatever to ask any questions. I'll be glad to ask it. Super excited about this vehicle, guys. I appreciate you guys watching this far through. If you have any questions, shoot me a call, guys. Thank you guys so much, and have a great day.